No, I'll tell you. And we're live. Hi, everybody. This is me, your very own digital business mentor from India. And I have with me Janetta from the US, Nevin from the UK, I think.
From Belgium.
Oh, from Belgium. Great.
Yeah.
Peter from the UK, Bina from the UK, and moi. So I welcome you to our chat today. And we're starting with, is your job really secure or do you have a plan B? And I know one thing. When I was very young, I saw the way my parents worked in a normal corporate job, and I decided no way is that going to be my way. And I was a model and then an actor and then a coach, basically living life on my terms. And I know the benefit of that. And then, in spite of that, I lost everything in 2020 because you do get limited funds, even though I had saved money and joined this digital business where I feel completely held and completely secure because the back end system makes all the money for me while I'm doing my thing. Yesterday, I went out for lunch and I got like four good messages for leads for me. So I was thrilled. So the point is the back end system keeps working in this business. So is your job secure? Today, every time you read the news or watch the news on TV, you'll hear of some company or something where whole departments are fired. Let's face it, today's jobs are not secure. Firstly, automation is taking over so much. Automation has gone down by 50% since 1990, whereas human being salaries have gone up 200%. So just do the math here, guys. So the point is, we have to think of something clever that we can do. And yes, so I over to you, Beena. What do you
That-
think about this?
yeah, I think too many things, about this topic because as you all know, my name is Beena. I work as a nurse in UK and I started the business as a side hustle, as a plan B, because we all know that in all the like Western countries, things are changing. There is no security, even in the NHS, there is no security. Every single day, I hear that people are losing their jobs. It is like the private sector. It is becoming like the private sector. Even in the government jobs, people are losing their jobs because the AI is taking over the budget, the cost to run the service. It's becoming very difficult. So, like today, I am interviewing for our staff, and we got a message from HR to say that if we did not advertise that post the time we did, we wouldn't have been able to advertise for that job because they have frozen everything. So that is the way the jobs are at the moment. There is no security for the jobs. You think, yeah, I've been working in this place for 20 years and da, da, da. But when the people, the management, when they want to change things, they will just change without any further notice. So always you need to have a plan B. There is no security in our job. You need to have that plan B, because like the other day when I interviewing somebody from Dubai, she was telling that she's working as a MRI tech, and she was saying that everything is taken by the AI. You don't need an MRI tech to take an like a CT or MRI, or you just need the machines. You don't need really the humans there. So sorry. So it is becoming difficult that way. So you are not going to lose anything by joining the business, or we are not, you can think about something which you can do, but it's important to have that plan B in your, because if you lose one job, at least you can hold on to that string and climb up. Otherwise you will be lying on the floor. It will be so hard to get up. When you lose everything, your mind will be all over the place, your emotions will be all over the place, and that is the time you really find it difficult to get that grip. So before you lose that grip, guys, just come on, okay? Because then you can hold on to, and you can climb up the ladder. And
Yeah.
in our business, I was really shocked to myself that somebody from our business who started this online platform like 7 years ago when we started this business. If you see her income, it's unbelievable. It is unbelievable. Even, like us, we are in that same platform, but it is so hard to, accept that there is no limit that how much we can earn. That is the point we are trying to make. You don't have to be smart, but only one thing you have to be is that you need to be consistent. So my advice to our audience is that the plan B, they have a plan B in your life. That's all I want to say.
Superb, Beena. Over to you, Sita.
Okay, I didn't realize you muted me.
Because when
Okay.
she's talking, I mute myself.
Okay. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you might be watching us from. My name is Sita. I am an online business owner and a proud one in that matter. And also I'm a nurse by profession. Do you know, I love this business and I love this platform because it makes me explore, talk to everyone around the globe, which is amazing, which is not something that you get from our job. And the question for today is, our job secure? Wow, that is a really good question. With everything going on in the world, layoffs, automation, rising costs, relying on just one stream of income can be quite risky. It's not about fear, it's not about wisdom. What is your plan A if it stops? What if your plan A, gets a hit? Or what if your plan A loses everything and is going to shut down? Where will you be? A lot of people get laid off these days with no apparent reason. So how secure is your job? We get excited each day. I've got a job, but is that secure? Who has got control of your job? Is the person that hired you. Who has got control of your annual leave? Is the person that hired you. Who has got control of your time? Is the person that hired you. And they decide what you can do, what you cannot do. When can you go on holiday? They decide for you. So they can decide to terminate your job anytime. So you have no control. That job is not secure at all. When you are doing this job, we learn to say, please, thank you, because we rely on somebody. But if you've got a secure plan B, you're all right because you have control. You have the freedom. You have the wisdom to decide when you can work, when you can go on holiday, but not when you've got a job. Our job is not secure. These days, we've got automation, we've got robots. We get replaced and we are invisible. Anything can take over your job because they are cutting numbers everywhere. There's been our saying that some of the roles have been frozen. This happened where I work. When we start our jobs, we work really hard to get to a certain level, to get to a higher level. There was one time when they decided to reshuffle. They had to cut down all the higher levels and drop them all to a lower level. Can you imagine when you have worked so hard to be on that level, on that top level, and be reduced 3 steps down? You have no control. If you are working for somebody, yes, that is possible. They can do anything about you, So find something. Have your plan B, like this online business. We have got control of our time. We decide when we can work. We decide when we can do our business, how many hours we can put in. But if you are working for somebody, you have no control of anything. I had a friend that lost her job because there was something that was said about her in the place of work. And she was also relying on that same job for the overtime. We call it bank in our job. So because she lost that job, that means she lost her overtime. So she lost everything because she was relying on that first employment. So, guys, if you're out there still excited that I've got a job, that job you'll lose it one day, and you will not have anything to survive on. So have your plan B that you will have control of. Thank you so much, Nandine. Back to you.
Devin, will you share your experience of this? Thank you
Mm.
so much, Sita and Dina.
Thank you for giving me this opportunity. Hello, everyone. I'm Blessing Ilums of BN Ilum Digital, stroke Navy Digital. And the question really hit me because the week is almost over. Last week, we had a managerial board of meeting, and we thought, oh, something good is coming. But guess what? We were told that there was a mistake in our salary. Most of us that did afternoon shift. I'm also a nurse by profession, by the way. So most of us that did afternoon shift, that there was 1 hour more recorded in our salary and paid out. And for me alone, I got 15 hours, my dear, 15 good hours that have to be taken away from my salary of May. Could you imagine that? So imagine removing that 15 hours from whatever I am going to earn, and I have already made plans, paycheck to paycheck. So I have already planned what this money will do for me, and somebody is taking it because he is the owner, he is the boss, he made the mistake. I pay the consequences. Nobody give a shit about am I going to survive. So you see, that's really make me thinking that I am very lucky to have a business I can call my own, because many of us will be burnt. But because I have a business I can call my own that generates an income for me, by the way, a passive income, I just look at it better. As a human being, I say, but that cannot be. How is that possible? But inside me, I say, thank God I have a plan B, because 15 hours is more than a day's job. So you know how much it could, you can feel it in your loan. And talking about plan B, I don't know about you. I wasn't born in this country I am living now. I came as an adult. So my retirement age is already reduced from the time I started the job with my age. And to talk of that, I'm gonna work 67 years, because in my country, Belgium, you will work 67 to 67 years. And probably I came in the 30s. And our job, the way we hustled before God blessed me with this business, the body is already tired. I don't really see myself going to work with a walking stick just because I want to just because I want to make a good pension. Because if I really want to be pensioned in this my profession, to make a good pension, I have to work that 67 years and even more. And being a nurse and the type of job I do, I don't think so. So I have checked it around. It was a very good decision I made to join this business. And number one is I'm gonna leave it for my children. My nursing pension will not even lead me to my, because I am planning to be up to 100 years. And I don't know how much I can gain from the time I started in this country to really give me that long life and maintain me from what I see them paying in nursing homes. Yeah, let's assume my children say, let's put her in nursing home. Some places here they pay more than 2,600 euro for a nursing home for a month. I don't know how much I can gain. So, I mean, let me not bias your mind, but what I'm trying to nail here is be your own boss. It doesn't matter how long or how old you are. Start something today. Just start it, and you will thank me tomorrow, because forget about AI, forget about everything. Look at the age, you as a foreigner, you as a diaspora. I am talking to you. I'm not talking as the indigenous. They have their plan B already. But you that came like I am as an adult, make haste while the sun shine. Thank you.
That was brilliant. You better become your own boss and make hay while the sun shines, because no one else is going to make your hay. Let me tell you that. Only if you are your own boss, like what Sita said, can you control? Can you control what's going to happen in your life? And as Beena said, you have, with the digital business, the ability to earn really well and free yourself from the shackles of working to somebody else. Brilliant. Janetta, what do you have to say about this?
Thank you, Ms. Nandini. This is really a topic that relates to everybody because it really touches everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. My name is Janetta McNeil, originally from South Africa, staying in the United States. I'm a registered nurse by profession, working as a caregiver. And I'm also a proud online business owner. You know, I came across this business when I was at home. I was not able to practice my profession, but that pushed me out of my comfort zone to look for something that can help my husband to supplement his income. See how unpredictable life is? You depend on your profession, and moving to another country is a totally different set of scenarios. And it was during the time of when the world was on lockdown. Nobody was prepared for that, and that is how life happens. Things happen when you are not prepared for it. So, my people, we just want to come and give you some information that there's more in life than just your 9-to-5 job. And you have to plan for your future because you never know what is going to happen to this profession that you really love and that you have built up. You never know what is going to happen to that. So don't start planning a plan B when things has already happened. You have to start when things are stable so that you can grow your side hustle or whatever plan B you have started slowly because you have an income to build the side hustle. And you know, side hustle is not because you build it out of fear, but you want to be prepared for the future. So don't think about the side hustle. I don't need it because things are going well. You build it because you don't know what is going to happen, and you don't want to be caught off guard. You want to be prepared for life situations that can happen unexpectedly. So don't start planning when everything is already in chaos. You have to start planning now. And another thing is starting a plan B is for more options. You want to work when you want to, not because you have to. So start planning today because you never know what tomorrow is going to hold. Anything can happen to your career that you love so much because there's so much uncertainty now. So my people, don't be caught off guard. Plan now. Start planning now because you never know what the future holds. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Janetta. Thank you, everybody, for watching. And if you feel connected with any of us, all you have to do is press on the website and go and register with your full name and email ID, and we'll get back to you with a link to watch our webinar. So great, guys. Thank you so much for being
Thank
here.
you.
Thank you, Beena, Janetta,
Thank
Sita,
you. Thank you so much.
and for this
Thank
lovely
you.
talk. I've
Thank you.
learned.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you, everybody. Bye bye.